if a person go crazy all the time, people gonna get fearful of the person. That's of course. But if you go back, and I want somebody to answer this question for me: how many Hall of Famers fighters did Mike Tyson actually fight?
Let's see if somebody know the answer.
How many Hall of Famers did Mike Tyson actually fight? And don't bring up no motherfucking Michael Spinks that came from a light heavyweight to heavyweight that was fucking terrified out of his motherfucking boots.
Those are the words of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder as he criticizes Mike Tyson's resume, and he asked a question on how many Hall of Famers did Mike Tyson fight? Okay. And when he asked the question, he already discredited Michael Spinks. But why? You go from a light heavyweight to a heavyweight. A lot of people did that. Michael Moore did that. Evander Holyfield did that. Aren't those guys? And in fact, Evander Holyfield is on the list also. He fought him twice. He fought Lennox Lewis. Okay? So why couldn't Michael Spinks be on that list? He's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Now you're trying to ask a question and then discredit already go-to responses and truth. Okay? You're trying to take away what Mike has done or what Mike did due to the fact that Michael Spinks was a lightweight. Okay. What about yourself? Okay. Wasn't it Deontay Wilder saying that he might go down to cruiserweight? So that means if you go down to cruiserweight, does that discredit everything you've done at heavyweight? No. It makes no sense. But anyway, let's keep going.
Don't bring up Larry Holmes because we already know Larry was way past his prime.
And he says don't bring up Larry Holmes, another Hall of Famer that Mike fought. Okay. Now Larry Holmes, it is true. Larry Holmes was past his prime. In fact, he was retired a couple of years before getting back into the ring with Mike Tyson. Okay. And he shouldn't have fought Mike. But then again, that just showed you what he did to Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson promised Muhammad Ali what he would do to Larry Holmes because of what Larry Holmes did to Muhammad Ali. So Larry shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have got in the ring. He shouldn't have challenged that particular man, that particular night at all. Okay. But of course, that's another discredit to Mike Tyson. So we can't bring that up according to Deontay Wilder. So let's continue.
So how many of them? And you come back with that. All of
somebody said, okay, they saying 6.
6, name them. Name them. Logistically, somebody credibility, Hall of Famers, name them. Sure, I'll be waiting. We gonna do homework today, goddamn. I'm gonna take y'all motherfuckers to school that y'all don't know nothing about what you talking about.
Alright, some people saying 2.
How many? Come on, give it to me. How many?
Somebody said 3.
How many?
I want the people to come back and say.
Down something, man, because people don't understand. They don't do their research about shit. Oh my God, Mike Tyson, he fucking crazy. Mike Tyson, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Okay, I am Bambo.
Don't do your research.
Lewis and Holyfield.
Thank you. Only 2, my nigga. Only 2. Holyfield beat him twice and Lennox beat him. Only 2. So what the fuck y'all talking about?
Lewis and Holyfield.
Now you go back and do your fucking history. Everybody else was fucking scared. Nobody want no Hall of Famers. Only 2. So get the fuck out of here. Go and do your research.
And those are the words from Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Okay. And he said only 2. Well, he already discredited 2. So actually that's 4. Okay. You're forgetting about Frank Bruno. That's 5. Okay. But of course, well, you couldn't bring him up. Why? Because he's British. You know, if you did your homework, you would know that. However, this is what I would propose, and this is what happens when you have an active fighter criticizing a retired fighter. First of all, Mike Tyson has fought 10 champions. How many champions did Deontay fight? Okay, fair play. He did lose to Lennox Lewis, and he lost to Evander Holyfield. Right? Okay, well, ask yourself this question. How many champions did you fight? How many champions did you beat? And in fact, we were talking about Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Famers did you beat? Okay? You fought Luis Ortiz twice, a guy that even you bragged about being old, right? And that's your walk of fame? That's your star in the cement? Luis Ortiz, you didn't beat Tyson Fury. You drawed with Tyson Fury, where everybody, including myself, thought you lost. Right? Then you lose to Tyson Fury. Then you come up with the shittiest excuses. I mean, at least Mike, yeah, fair play. Mike was vicious. He was ferocious. He did threaten a lot of people, and he meant that shit. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't an act. This wasn't a persona that I believe that Deontay Wilder's trying to play at this day, because Deontay Wilder wasn't like that, okay? He was not the guy in this video. I remember him at Golden Boy. He was a nice lad. You know what I mean? He was a cool, mellow guy. Looked humble. I think that's who Deontay Wilder really is. I don't think this guy, oh, I'm the baddest man on the planet. No. You know where you got that shit from? Mike Tyson. Right? Who was the baddest man on the planet? Besides Deontay Wilder. It was Mike Tyson. Okay? So, for you criticizing that man has his star in the cement. He's the youngest heavyweight ever. Right? Unified all the belts at the time, the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. That's the only thing that was available at that time, not the WBO. Right? He was the undisputed heavyweight champion. Can you say that, Deontay? Matter of fact, this resurfaced. This is a throwback video from 2017. Deontay fought no one at that time. Luis Ortiz, sure, he was undefeated, but who else did he fight in 2017? You fought Bermane Stiverne. Who the hell is the Bermane Stiverne? Right? You guys, you think, well, that's a champ, right? He was a champion, and you beat him, then you're the champion. I get it. Did you fight him again? Right? So you're doing all these redos, just like you could have fought someone else. You could have fought Dillian White. You wanted to fight Ortiz again. You redoed Ortiz, so you did the same shit. And I guess your management was like, no, you're going to fight Ortiz again. No, you're going to fight Bermane Stiverne again. So you're doing all this again because your career was so catered. And you were so, it was almost like it was so delicate they didn't want to destroy it, but it blew up in their face. And it seems like to me that this guy is hating on Mike because Mike was known for being the baddest man on the planet, being Kid Dynamite, Iron Mike, and he actually was known for that. Okay? Mike Tyson is known worldwide. Deontay Wilder is known probably in some parts of the States. A lot of people still don't know who he is. And that's sad to say. Now, he did break over barriers when he went off on Radio Raheem to this day, right? That's what he's known as. The boxer that went off on the reporter and it went viral. Okay? But if you want to compare resumes, Deontay, don't do that with Mike. Because you don't hold a candle. Okay? Get all the belts. Get them all. Then defend them 8 times. Then you can say what the hell you just said. Then you can hold a candle to Mike, because that's exactly what Mike Tyson did. On top of being locked up for 3 years. Right? So there was a time when Mike could fight, and the only people that he was knocking out was prisoners that didn't know any better, that he had to put pain to. He couldn't even fight for the best part of his life, I feel. So again, you're criticizing Mike I think it is envy. I think that Deontay Wilder should just really relax. Respect your elders, first of all, and respect the era. Okay? One person can do something and get famous for it, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Okay? You don't say those type of things. That was a different time then. Mike was being Mike then. You can't be like Mike and be the baddest man on the planet nowadays and not be criticized. Because that's exactly what you're going to do. On top of talking shit about a guy that has been retired, from 17 to 05, many years, people. Right? 8 years at that point? So, why are we talking about this again? But anyway, that's my counterpunch on Deontay Wilder. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys can counterpunch. Peace.